Alright guys, we're getting ready to do this comp cams stage 2, I believe, HRT series from comp. Let me get the part number. Let's see, part number 201303-17. Now make sure that you lube just the tip to get it started. We like using the ultra slick when we're doing these. I mean, you can use motor oil on roller cam and stuff, but most of the time, since we have a vehicle that's got other things that needs to be upgraded on it, and it's going to be sitting for a little while, I'd rather have some extra protection on there than none at all. Try to get you a good amount started. Another thing is to make sure that you clean your camshaft when you get it. Use some brake clean, acetone, something similar to that, because most of the time it has shipping protectant, things like that on there. And I figured we'd show you just a quick install on this. Another thing for you guys that are shearing pins off the cam, yes, there's all sorts of reasons why that can happen, and I know it's one of my tuner's pet peeves. We use 𝘾𝙤𝙢𝙥 to do most of our tuning for these Hemis that we build, and I tell you that he posted the other day, somebody was talking about shearing the pin off, and basically if you're not installing it correctly, then you're going to be shearing the pin off. When you're putting that phaser limiter on there, make sure that one, you're just seating it right in the keyway. Your cam bolt, always use a new cam bolt. We use some medium thread locker on there, and you know, run it in basically hand tight, and then, you know, torque it down to spec. If memory serves me correctly, I think it's about 90 foot-pounds on there. Another tip, if you guys are doing this like we are out here, because we've got so many projects, you know, we're working outside, we don't have shop availability because we got motors in there that we're putting together, and so drop your radiator and condenser down as a unit, and that'll give you more room to be able to get the cam in on most of these Chargers, Challengers, things like that. So you got, let Dad show you some of the space that you have in here. Let's see, we'll get started like this. Alright. I don't know if you can turn your camera down so come this way with it, so they can see. So that gives you enough room to get it started like that. You can straighten out. And be gentle when you're going in. You don't want to knock cam bearings loose. And pretty much it's like up and down. Sometimes you got to turn. One thing is, once you get to the end, some of them are going to be more of a pain. You know, we have had on a fresh build, even the cam bearing was done correctly, but there was a flaw on the inner part of the cam bearing that we had to shave down a little bit to get the cam to go in. And we'll just lube as we go along here. Never force it, you know. If you need to take a break, you know, get on journal there, take a rest. Now, for our classic Mopar customers, oh, they're very familiar with rear cam bearing being a pain in the ass. Most of the time you have to get a bearing knife and shave it down, or Scotch-Brite. But you know, our machine shop that we use, we have them test fit, but sometimes you still run into issues there. And one thing I did on this was I got a head bolt that I had, and now it's not exactly the right threads, but I'm not all the way, you know, in there to damage threads. I'm just using it as a holder. Let's see where my pin's at. Basically, when you get to the end, it's more like a twist motion that you're doing. Alright, right here is where you're going to start your twist. So you get to that groove right there. As you're pushing in, do your twist. Just like that. Hope this helps you guys. Good luck on your projects.